welcome to the Rejex podcast, episode 1. Brand new podcast. Brand new.
Yeah, you butchered that intro.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
butchered that. Wow, that was
I don't care.
great.
We're just gonna keep rolling.
300 intros
Yeah, that was
before
great though.
making-
Good job. First time we butcher it.
Hey, I just.
All right.
I was
You
going
sound
to
like
podcast,
you sound like you're being forced in a school play you don't want to be in.
Well, I was the only one that said anything related to the intro, but whatever.
Well,
Let's
you
just
don't tell
keep
us that
going.
we're recording.
We don't need to. You literally didn't even say 3, 2, 1. Like someone said 3, 2, 1 as a joke, and then you were just like, "Yo, what's up? It's the Rejex podcast." Like, bruh,
You know, you didn't hear my 3. It doesn't matter.
you didn't say 3, 2, 1.
It doesn't. It
Or
doesn't matter.
you cut out just
doesn't
like,
matter.
I want die protected.
It doesn't matter. Let's talk about something else. Welcome to the Rejex podcast. If you haven't heard me twice.
We were talking about something. Hey, you butchered that like a pig. Jesus.
I know.
Alright, we should move on. We shouldn't bully
Yeah,
him for too long.
No,
Yeah.
What did the
I didn't
pig
do
butcher?
anything wrong. I really didn't.
That's debatable. Okay, what are you laughing at, Blue?
This is really not that funny at all.
F-18, what are you laughing at?
What does a pig butcher?
No, you butchered it like a pig. You butcher pigs.
Yeah,
I was
Landon
gonna make
though.
another joke,
Landon
but
goes,
I
"What is a
won't.
pig
I
butcher?"
was gonna make a joke that I won't make.
Yeah,
I
you.
just-
We told you, don't be your usual self. Because your usual self is gonna get us banned from YouTube.
I mean, yeah.
Like, it ain't gonna work, man. It ain't gonna work.
That's gonna call is what McNasty edits out of his video.
So we're starting off this
Yeah.
podcast talking about pigs. I see it. I see how it's
No, we were starting off talking about how you butchered it. Alright, let's move on. So, we wanted to talk about recent news, correct?
recent
Yeah,
news.
so-
Yeah.
We started.
Alright, so I'll
There's
start it
nothing-
up. I've kind of disconnected myself from the news, so.
No, I think
Same.
everyone has. It's all depressing anyway.
Yeah, a lot of it's just the same stuff at this point.
It's just protests.
All
It
this
really
occasion, look on
is just
Twitter to see what's
protests.
happening.
Twitter.
Yeah.
I deleted Twitter a couple days ago. It maybe the best thing that's ever happened to me in
I don't use Twitter
in the
much,
last
that's
couple
the
of
thing.
months. Yeah.
I'll just occasionally go on Twitter to see what's trending, because
Yeah.
that just gives me like a sense of what's happening.
No.
Yeah.
Totally makes sense. That makes
Because
sense.
you can totally trust everything you see on Twitter.
Yeah, I know.
So I think, oh my god.
There was protests in Charlottetown today.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut that out.
No.
There's been many things happening. Jake Paul getting arrested for looting.
Yeah.
You think it's real?
Okay.
I wouldn't be
Okay.
surprised if it was real.
What the hell? Former Springboro teacher sentenced to 8 years in prison for molesting 28 first graders. Here we go.
Jesus.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have
Molesting first graders? You're kind of cutting out, bud.
Yeah, but 28 of them.
Jesus Christ.
Mhm. Not kidding when I said that.
Why? Who has a
don't know.
kink for first graders?
Me.
Right? I mean, you can be into what you want, but first graders?
Yeah, I need a mic. I'm cutting out.
No.
But
That's a little interesting. A little interesting, but I mean,
yeah.
no, it's really just interesting. Who molests first graders?
I feel like we should get.
Who has
I-
the bright idea?
We should get off of this.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should get off this topic.
I wanted to make fun of that teacher a bit more, but yeah, let's move on.
You know, one thing I want to bring up is that when people are protesting, they're totally forgetting about the virus. This is totally going to spark
That's the
up debates.
point.
People are forgetting about it, obviously.
Yeah, they don't care if they're
No, obviously
protesting
they
for
don't
what
care.
they believe in.
No, of course they don't care.
If they're protesting for what they believe in, they're not going to let a virus stop them.
Obviously, no. No, that's what
They're
I
not
mean.
you. They don't give up the first mistake.
Okay.
I'm going to take a jab at anyone I want at any chance I get, okay?
No, I know
Let's
that
stop.
this is what this podcast is going to...
It's gonna be just a bunch. There's gonna be, if we ever get big, it's just gonna be there's gonna be montages of me just absolutely destroying you guys.
No, that's just the way it's going to go.
It's gonna be montages every time that I got us demonetized.
Well, yeah. Well,
See-
you're kind of bad. No
See,
offense.
I'm kind of bad.
At
We're never
that
going to be
point-
monetized, so we can't be
Okay,
demonetized.
every time we ask for topics we should talk about, I Want to Die. You were just like, yeah, let's talk about Asians.
Well, kind of like not good. No offense, though. Like, you're
Whatever.
So
People have been going insane for this virus.
I know.
they
A lot of
have,
people, they're going absolutely crazy. Like,
and
there's
now
been
people are
multiple
saying
cases of
this
even
isn't as bad as
YouTubers.
what people thought.
Mm-hmm.
YouTubers are going insane.
Some YouTubers stopped uploading because they're scared of the virus.
Jake Paul's been going insane. He's been doxing posts. He's been looting, apparently. He must be
Yeah,
getting
got
running out of
arrested.
toilet paper. And
Just
Fousey
get
Cube went
tissues.
insane stalking Drake. That was cool.
I guess so.
It's just general stuff. People just aren't doing very well. Anyone here ever heard about Bella Delphine?
Never.
Okay, it's
No,
Heard.
this is true. This is something I need to talk about. You ever heard about her?
I've heard of it. I've heard of her before.
She's gone. Her
Yeah.
Instagram page and Facebook, and I'm pretty sure even her Twitter has been taken down, and she hasn't posted anything in months.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
kind
it's
of
nearing
sad.
6 months now. It's not. How is it? What? Were you one of the people that bought her bath water?
That's good.
She's just gone. The last video she uploaded was pretty creepy. I haven't watched it, but from what I heard, it's pretty creepy.
Watched
Oh, I
it.
bet.
But she's basically gone,
Yeah.
and she doesn't even need to post that. She has a business. She has a actual business that nobody knew. Not many knew about. At first, it was called
Yeah.
Bella Delphine and something. I don't know, but now it's called Innovative Artists. She changed the name to get away from everything.
Why is
What are you
this
laughing
why is
at?
it funny?
I don't know.
I'm so confused on what you're laughing at.
No, I know this. They laugh
don't
at the
know.
weirdest stuff.
I'm tired. Okay.
Leaf,
Let me just get this out
your
there.
audio is
No,
atrocious.
my audio is absolutely
What?
atrocious, but I'm getting a mic.
Leaf's audio is atrocious, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
I remember when Jake Paul said 5 million in 6 months, never done before. Well, coronavirus smacked him in the face.
Landon, shut up.
Please.
Yeah. Landon. Yeah, coronavirus is up to 6.9.
Yeah.
Not bad. You're being absolutely crapped on by the coronavirus.
But I never would have thought the virus would have came here. Really.
No, I was just waiting for it. It was inevitable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely
Just
inevitable
like
that it would
Thanos,
happen.
but we all know
It
what
was
happened to
invegetable.
him.
Did you
What'd
say
you
it's a
say?
vegetable?
I said
Did you call the
invegetable.
coronavirus a vegetable?
I said
I'm pretty sure
invegetable.
the only vegetable here is you. If you,
I
that's what
tried
you
to
just
make
said.
a joke that sounded like inevitable.
Well, you didn't
Your
make a good
jokes are terrible.
No,
Jokes
I know.
have no substance.
They have no substance. They have no context either.
one. Oh wait. None of it's back down to 0 cases. Apparently they lost a case.
Yeah,
That's
the guy the person must have recovered.
Well, no, because they even this like the total number of cases, like what they've received.
Interesting.
So that doesn't make sense.
They committed witchcraft.
They committed a remove case.
They deleted it. They just hit the delete message button.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
Something.
gonna definitely look for a mic in the future.
Yeah, oh no shit, you have to look for a mic. Fucking shit's atrocious right now, dog. If you don't look for a mic, I'll kill you myself.
It's the first episode. That's besides the point.
French toast? You
said
cut out
first.
again. You're
First
cutting out
episode.
a lot, bro.
I know.
I heard first episode.
That's what I said.
Yeah. I sound like French toast because you were cutting out.
I mean, that shit's fire.
I love just out of nowhere French toast.
I was actually recently playing a game of Titanfall 2, and there was a person on the enemy team called French Toast.
But I want to try to make this episode maybe shorter, maybe half an hour, just to ease into things.
Just to see how it goes.
No, just to see how it goes, and then We'll
That's
try to do
literally what
one
I just
every
said.
week. Yeah.
Just to see how it
Literally
goes.
what he
No,
said.
just to see how it goes. What?
Just how it goes. Just to see how
Like-
it goes. No, that's wrong. Just to see how
Just
it
to see how it goes. You are a very interesting person, Leaf.
Yep,
Yeah. Guess we can put it
You
that way.
actually Blue does that quite a bit often. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I can't speak English. Quite a bit often. Ooh.
Yeah. Blue, Ginge, Dye, and Leaf.
Yeah, Die, are you okay? You're not speaking. Did you die?
Die.
Died.
Sound like a bunch of like third graders. Ah, he died.
I mean, you're the one who made that reference, so you must be a third grader, bud. Did you get brought down a few years? Again.
No,
What is my mom?
Yeah, just in case you didn't know, Leaf is 30 years old in grade 7.
Okay.
actually, it's a leaf blower.
What? Leaf blower?
What?
He's a leaf man, okay?
He's a leaf blower?
He's a leaf man,
He's a
which is
yeah.
basically a leaf.
Oh, I see where you're going with there. Yeah, like a fan, like
Yeah,
what I
before
have
the
on right
podcast
now
landed,
because my
was
room's
telling me
burning
that.
hot. Yeah, and he's also a blower.
Let's get off this topic real quick.
You can cut that out.
Before we get too deep.
Tootie McPootie.
Do you want to
Country
go over some
music.
stories? Let's go
Who
over.
likes
Let's
country?
go over some stories. Like,
I personally kind of like country. Yeah.
There's some country songs I find they're okay, but
all of them sound
most
the
of
same
it-
I'm
personally.
gonna take my
most of it does sound very similar or
Yeah.
or the same
Yeah.
to me.
No, it's literally so
No, I
similar.
can't.
One time I was listening to the radio.
Shut up, Die.
One time I was listening to a
Town road.
Lennon, shut
Die, stop. That's gonna get copyrighted.
yeah copyright.
That's
Oh,
literally
horses
we have to mute this.
Copyright.
No, just everyone mute him. Everyone mute him.
Okay, guys, stop. I just muted.
Okay.
I just
This
muted
is
Die for a
just-
bit.
So one time I was listening to the radio with a where a song came on, and I'm like, oh, I've heard this song before.
No, it's
I
the
know
exact
this.
same.
And then they start singing. I'm like, I don't know this song.
I have not heard this. It's like that meme with the dude from the Sonic, like the real life Sonic movie. He was like, I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Memes is a great topic for I Want Die.
Memes are a really good topic, so let's unmute him and see what he has to say about memes. What do you think about memes?
Sure. It's gonna get really bad very quickly.
Yeah, he's gonna like mention a bunch of like memes about nude.
Personally, what's the best meme you've ever seen?
Oh, anything about the KKK.
Oh my god. We can't. We literally just told you to not speak about this.
We do not want this sort of controversial shit in our podcast.
Whoa.
Okay, you can't say whoa after you just mentioned the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
They're better now, okay?
Better now. Oh my god. How do you know? Are you a part of it? Like, you hunting them down?
Yeah, how do you know that?
How do you
Just
know,
know
bud?
They changed.
They have not changed. They still seriously hate the blacks for no reason.
They're more peaceful about it now.
That.
So we're running on
Changes
14
everything.
minutes
I'm just
here,
gonna
which is
go.
not
I'm
an
gonna go
awful
back to
runtime,
muting Die.
Which is not
Go
an
back
awful
to
runtime.
muting Die. I saw this video. It was some dude reacting to another dude reacting to this dude's old song that he made. It wasn't even that old at the time. It was called Get Wrecked. It was terrible. The music, like the backtrack, was stupid loud. There was a bunch of old memes, and every 5 seconds you just heard it, just someone screaming "Get wrecked." It hurt my ears to listen to. And so, when he was reacting to the other dude, he said the other dude mentioned the other dude was called Memulous. And Memulous mentioned that there was just a bunch of old memes in there, and the dude who made the song was like, "I don't see the memes as old. I see them as," and this is exactly how they said the word, vintage. Like he said it in a very weird way. He was like, I see that as advantage. And I'm like, what? Why do you have to say it like that?
I muted Die for a little bit. I just want him
So
to.
Yeah.
I guess a good topic now I would probably be like, how is everything changing now that the weather's warming up a little bit?
Really,
Hashtag low polar
so
bears
far,
go
the
bird.
weather has been so cold. It's been windy down here.
It's getting warmer though.
Yeah, it's like warming
It's
up.
obviously getting slowly warmer. Are we talking about climate change here, or just it becoming summer?
No,
Just
like
weather in
summer.
general.
Just weather, yeah.
Yeah, summer.
Yeah.
That's boring as hell, but let's do it.
I like weather, actually, personally. Not saying I'm
You
gonna
like
be a
talking about
meteorologist
weather.
or anything, but
Yeah, Leaf is like today's forecast with a high of 70% chance of showers at
That's the new
3:43
intro.
p.m.
That's what our intro is gonna be. Like it's just gonna be
just
him just telling the
broadcast the weather of
forecast.
the day. Just broadcast the weather.
Welcome to the
Oh,
broadcast. Welcome to
Like-
the weather podcast.
okay.
Today's forecast,
Fucking
a high of 24 degrees, feels like 24.
He says like how all the weather forecasts for each country.
That's just what every podcast is.
Every podcast
Yeah.
just weather forecast. This one's for Ukraine. It's like okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like every time we have like a different country.
Weather forecast Ukraine
This-
episode 5 series
this-
4.
This week's weather forecast goes out to Kazakhstan.
This week's forecast goes out to Chad.
Actually,
That's a
one
real
thing
country.
that I'm interested in: would you be in favor of Quebec being?
Being its own country?
Yes, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
It's I'm fine with them being their own country, but they're dead center, just about dead center in the middle of Canada. Like they're cutting off all of Atlantic Canada.
Yeah.
Think
that's
about this
the thing.
now. Now that if they become their own country, now you have to have your passport and ID to get through to Ontario.
Yeah, let's say
which
you
is
want to
still
go to
Canada.
let's say
Yeah,
you wanted to
it's
go
like-
to Ontario to New Brunswick, you'd have to go through
Yeah.
a country.
Either that, or you have to
go to
drive
the
about
United
5
States.
miles around. You have to drive like
Yeah,
5
exactly.
miles to get to Nunavut.
Yeah, it's just dumb. If they were on the edge, I would understand. But
All
they're
I'm doing
on
is dying for a
the
second.
center in the middle. They're
If
they're
it-
cutting off
like-
4.
Okay, Lennon or Di has something to say.
If it
Oh,
was
no.
BC, like that'd be fine because they're
No,
on the
totally,
edge.
because they're on the edge. Exactly.
But Quebec, square middle of the country, like
Just about.
Actually, that would be
Yeah.
awful for Canada because they would be stealing the Pacific like water for.
mhm.
You know what I mean?
They'd
Okay.
be stealing. They'd be just cutting Atlantic Canada away.
Yeah,
off.
I just unmuted.
Yeah.
You can engage in the conversation, but
I haven't had it muted. Yeah, like why? Like I understand that they want, like that's what they want, and that they have every right to want that. But when you're cutting off 4 provinces from the rest of their country,
Yeah.
it's a little much.
I agree with them.
Then it kind of becomes an extremist act. Like they're
Yeah.
trying to divide the
That's
countries.
pronounced extremist.
Extremist. Thank you very much.
Extremists.
I'm saying it how I want, motherfucker. That's
Yeah,
like
and I
people
agree
that
with
call
you.
like. Oh, I don't know. I don't know an example. You're one of those people that calls tea Tia. Ta
Tia.
coffee is coffee. Make
Coffee.
coffee.
Well, I like coffee.
Yeah, I like coffee. Gotta deal with it.
We don't have
It's just-
coffee. We don't have
Anybody got some
coffee.
good jokes? I want to hear your guys' jokes just
No,
so
no,
I
no,
can
no,
make
no.
fun of them.
Oh no!
Want me to search
Not
up
dies.
worst dad jokes?
Don't
Pause.
search them up. Use ones you know. Don't go on the internet and be like, okay.
Okay, you might have
Time to
heard
find
me
jokes
say
for
this one
school.
before. Remember,
Ginger,
I think you
ginger.
might have heard this one before, but so the it was about the doctor one with the seconds and stuff. You remember that one?
Oh, it's like you
I
have
don't remember.
10.
I don't listen to half the
Like-
jokes
oh.
you make.
Is it the one that's like you have 10 to live? 10 what? Minutes,
exactly.
hours, days, seconds? 9.
Yeah, my boy Blue knows.
That's
My
not
Blue
even a
knows.
joke. My boy Blue. I don't think he's your boy.
No.
You guys weren't even friends when he was in the same place as us.
No, I know exactly.
You had a few mutual friends. That's literally it.
Yeah, I know.
You can't call him your boy after he moves away.
No, I was
Did
kidding.
I just hear? I swear I just heard bagpipes.
Bagpipe.
Yeah, Blue
I'm
moved
putting
to
bullets in my
Ireland.
freaking room here.
Bagpipes I do.
Just in the background.
Di's
he's
just like, how would you hear my practice?
back.
I thought I turned my volume down.
The guy playing
Could
the
have sworn
bagpipes
my
can hear
soundboard
you.
wasn't that loud.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
Oh.
I saw
God.
this one joke that people play on either their boyfriend or their girlfriend. It's I'm gonna tell you a joke that'll make you laugh your ass off. Then they look down, they're like, oh, I guess someone already told it to you.
God.
Apparently, it's how they roast each other for not having any ass.
I see.
It's a terrible joke, but it's funny in the moment.
Yeah.
It's one of
I
those
get it.
one-timers. Of course you
Yeah.
don't get it. You have -2 brain cells.
Yeah.
Your IQ rating was below average.
Well, yeah, but
He's below average.
He's below. I can't even speak.
Are you
No.
saying below or blow?
Both.
below average.
I'm just smudging my words at this point. Smudging. No. What's it called? I can't speak English. You know, my
I don't
brain is
know.
just not working anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's on the tip of
God.
my tongue.
Yeah, I know it too. I just don't.
Rudolph has
Slurring.
done the move.
Oh, it's slurring. That's it.
I hate when that happens. When you can't think of a word,
Yeah.
and then like 5 days later, you're like, "That was
That's
it."
the word.
It happens all the time too,
Yeah.
including for like something like even like a math question. Like, let's say you're in
Yeah.
school, you're in math class. The teacher asks a question, like maybe it's the last class of the day on a weekend, like on a Friday
Mhm.
for the weekend, and then he says, "Figure that over the weekend," and I'm like.
And then
First of
on
all, I'm
Monday,
not gonna remember to do it on my weekend.
yeah, on Monday I'll come in. I'll be like, "Oh yeah."
We had to do that. Whips out the phone.
God.
What was the answer?
Whips out the phone. Hey Siri.
Just middle of class. Just, hey Siri.
Hey Siri, what's the answer to number 6?
Number 6 on the McDonald's menu. Here's what
No.
I found on the web.
Here's what I found on the web for number 6 at Taco Bell.
Number 6 at Taco Bell. Number 6 at Taco Brothers. Die and Leaf. Oh wait, Die and Leaf have not been talking at all.
No, I haven't.
Leaf, you're supposed to be the lay boss.
Yeah,
You're acting as the lay boss, and you're not saying nothing. Come on, boy. Step up your game, boy.
I
What am
love
I
Game
supposed
Boys.
Oh my god.
Step up your Game
What
Boy.
am I?
Have you ever had a Game Boy?
No.
Oh. I'm gonna mute for a
Yeah.
while, just so that you guys can talk about something.
Alright,
And just like that, the podcast died.
yeah, that's really okay.
Okay, so
What are your
I'm the
interests?
fox, you're the wolf. Okay.
Are we doing like?
Nuzzles,
What are we doing?
hello.
Are we doing like a role play now? Like, jeez.
I was thinking that too. Are we doing role play?
Landon, if you're gonna start a role play, we're not gonna do that.
A role play podcast.
I'm not down for that, dog. That ain't my kink, but it can be yours.
Oh yeah, that'd be entertaining.
Oh, Logan.
We should do a role play week. We should do a role play week. That'd be interesting for sure. So there's really not much to talk about other than protests and coronavirus. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and okay.
I want to
I don't
roleplay. Y'all can
worry.
roleplay in a different podcast.
Yeah.
We could do a role play week.
If you do a roleplay week, I'm booting you both from this thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
mute right now.
Me and Blue.
Blue dog mute. Blue dog mute. Blue dog
Why
mute.
should I mute? Why should I mute?
Okay, this is getting a little off track. We just need to keep talking.
Plus
about
the
this.
crash Discord. No, okay. Is Ginger alive?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
To be honest, at this point, I don't even know.
No, I know.
Delete is the fetus.
Oh,
As
and dies on
Leaf
you.
would say.
Yeah.
Okay. Leaf, you got
Oh.
anything to talk about, or are you gonna be calling for the rest of the time?
How long have we been recording for? Is my
For
question
about
right now.
25, so we can go from maybe
25.
another 10 minutes, I
Like
guess.
5-10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Boys, I got places
But-
to be. No, I don't. I have no life. Okay, we need something to talk about. Leaf, you have to
Yeah.
have something to talk about. Come on.
What if we
You're
all
the
just
most
mute and
boring
leave-
person on the
No,
face
Yeah.
of the
no, I'm
earth.
kidding. I'm trying to.
What are you looking
Yeah.
up? Good podcast topics.
No, obviously no.
Good podcast topics.
You guys got any stories that happened to you,
30
like,
minutes, 23 seconds
if anything
long.
scary or literally anything interesting that's happened to you? Because I've had a few.
See,
I've had a lot.
this is the direction I was trying to go.
Landon, this is not the direction you were trying to go. You were like, so you're a fox.
Yeah, the roleplay week. We'll save that for another
Yeah.
week.
Yeah. I had one that it's short and it's not incredibly scary, but it was scary at the time. I might have been 6. We were on our way to Moncton during the winter because my
Yeah.
brother had a hockey tournament, and it was super
Please
icy
tell
on
the
the
one about the
roads.
pentagram in the church.
We might after. So it was super icy on the roads, and there was a snowstorm coming through where we were at.
Yeah.
And there was this big 18-wheeler next to us, and the dude was struggling. He was moving side to side. We were as far on the other side of the lane as we could get.
Yeah.
Like, that dude was swerving like he just got out of the club. It's insane.
So
Okay, yep, that happened.
don't worry, just keep going. Just keep going, boys. Just keep going.
Yeah.
So one of my weirdest things is this is literally maybe the most scariest thing that's ever happened to me. So I was about 9.
He got a question wrong in math.
And we were walking over to the Canadian Tire store in our city, obviously. Obviously, why wouldn't I? And so the people that I were walking with looked extremely young. Like, it looked like there were 3 9-year-olds walking. Because that obviously, but one was like 13, so it wasn't really as bad as it looked.
Oh yeah, obviously.
But some overprotective parent came up right next to us and tried to teach us that we shouldn't be walking because we were extremely young.
No,
without a
you listen
parent.
here, there, boys. You're supposed to be in your wheelchairs.
So
You're supposed to be on
she
your
came up
moped.
to us and she said, and that's exactly what she said, and we were just like, okay, and
She said you should be in wheelchairs?
no, she said we shouldn't be walking or something like that. She was just being very overprotective, and it wasn't any of her business. So we went to the dollar store.
That's not overprotective.
No, we went to
That's not overprotective.
We went to the dollar
Walking,
store
what?
right after because we didn't really care what
Jesus,
she was
you're
talking about. And then after the dollar store, we decided to walk back home, and we saw her car following us as we were walking back home.
That ain't overprotective. That's just bad shit crazy.
No, exactly. And she was going slow. It wasn't like she was going slow, like very, very slow.
Do you live in the same area as that lady still?
No, she didn't live near us. I swear to God,
Probably-
she didn't live near
I don't
us.
think he'd remember.
She was just following us. Yeah,
My foot.
whatever. But that's my creepy story. Maybe not as creepy as it sounded as it was. But yeah, that's my story. Any other stories are up to share?
Wait, everyone. Logan's talking. Could you like die a
Shut
little
up,
quieter?
Ginger
Could you
just
die
kicked
a
a chair.
little quieter?
I just kicked a chair, okay? I'm expressing my pain.
Could you do it a little quieter? Thanks.
Yeah, can you hurt yourself a little bit?
Okay,
quieter?
alright. Oh,
I'm sweating bullets in my room.
Oh, that hurts so bad. What the fuck? What? Why it hurt so bad?
If you had no idea what we were talking about, you'd think this was a porno, honestly.
We were talking about scary stories.
Really, yeah.
Oh, scary.
It was so scary.
Yeah, Logan was telling us a scary story.
It didn't sound...
Scary story about a lady.
I have one story. It wasn't incredibly scary, but it was during fall, last fall.
Yeah.
I was trying to go on one last bike ride in some of the trails before the snow fell, and I got there
Sounds like your
super
mic is in
leafy,
your
which I
mouth,
didn't really
though.
care because I knew what the trail
Whatever
was
your
like.
name is anymore.
And I get 30 seconds in the trail, and I just see this I don't know, it might have been a coyote or something. It was just sitting there staring at me, and I was like, I look at it. It sprints away the opposite way. I turn my bike around. I get my ass out of there. It was the quickest I've ever biked uphill. I didn't even finish the trail.
What is your
the way the trail goes is off the
What are
way
your
that
guys'
coyote
worst
sprinted.
fears? What are your worst fears?
You're next.
Speedlers,
What?
spiders.
Really?
I'm incredibly scared of them.
Mine is like getting eaten alive or drowning.
I can understand drowning, but you're not gonna get eaten alive. This is not the age of the cannibals.
Yeah.
I just hate the water in general. I hate it.
Oh, I can't wait for us to have a school field trip to a pool. I'm shoving you in.
No, not a pool. Like the beach
Shoving
water.
you in the deep
That's what I
end.
meant to say.
Fine, if we ever go to a beach, I'm getting you out there and I'm shoving you off a sand dune like 50 feet out. No, not way more than 50.
I can swim. It just makes me
out.
very, very uncomfortable. It makes me very uncomfortable.
Feet or meters?
If you can swim well, you're fine. You're never gonna drown if you can swim well. If you're
Okay,
as long as it's not a tsunami.
Okay, we could be in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and what
Specific.
am I going to
Specific?
Yeah, that's what I call
Now,
it.
let's say no. You have to be very
That's what I call it.
specific when you're speaking English because specific, not
It's
notion.
specific.
It's Pacific.
No, I know that. I made a joke, and it was an awful joke at that.
That was not a joke. You made no. You're just making up an excuse now. You kept the same monotone voice when you said that. That was straight up a mistake or the worst joke any 13-year-old has ever mentioned.
It's just a really bad joke.
The specific ocean. Like, where did that even come from? We said nothing to do with anything to do with the word specific.
It doesn't matter. It was very. It was very specific. Okay, it was very specific.
Oh my.
Okay.
That doesn't help you. That doesn't help the situation. That
fears.
wasn't even a joke. Fuck. Oh my god.
The clan.
I brought a belief so hard.
What's your my worst fear is drowning. Period.
We're not. Oh no! I just headbutted the wall.
Yeah.
Wait. I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Does anyone have any scary clan stories?
Scary plan?
Clan stories?
Like a haunted mansion?
No. What? No.
Then what do you mean?
I don't think anybody here has experience with the Ku Klux Klan
I believe.
or any
two of
clan
us
at
here
that.
do. I believe
Yeah.
at least two of us here do.
Yeah,
Who?
I want Die and you.
What? Yeah. Ian Leaf, I'm sure.
No,
Leaf
I don't
has
think
had nothing to do with the Ku Klux or any clan.
so. It just went from sunny to raining in about 5 seconds.
So,
Really, it's been
You
raining and
haven't-
cloudy here all
Landon,
day.
what clan do you have experience with?
Yeah, it's been cloudy here all day.
Clan.
He doesn't go anywhere.
What?
How could he have any big experience
not
like that?
Not like a real life one, just like over messages.
Really?
Oh.
Well, then if that's what we're doing, I've had experiences with ISIS.
Okay, what? So the ISIS has ISIS
there was a fake.
specifically
Okay,
has texted
it
you?
wasn't actually ISIS, but basically,
Okay.
it was an Instagram account claiming to be ISIS. It just texted this 9-year-old kid at the time. You're like, yo, you want to join ISIS?
My
It
worst
gave me
fear
this conversation.
is my name is
It sent this big ass message like, we're offering you a spot in ISIS right now. If you were joining right now, you would become a trained killer and you would get millions per day. It was like, we can give you a house wherever you want, and you can give you any car that you want. I was like, boy,
The sky is
ISIS don't make
clear.
money.
Landon, you had one of those experiences a week or two ago
I
with
opened my door
Maria
and my phone is wet.
669 or something like that, right? With
Mother Nature
Maria.
hates us.
Yeah, I talked to the clan over Gmail.
I have a conversation that I still have going on with the clan currently.
Oh,
I still talk to ISIS.
I just got so much water on me. Jesus Christ.
Dumbass.
That messy?
Oh, it's raining. Let me open the door.
God, this has been. Oh God.
You blondie.
It sounded smart at the time.
Do you have blue eyes, Blue?
No, I don't.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, if you were blonde and blue eyes, that would make so much sense.
No, my hair isn't blonde anymore.
It's
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap this up. I think this is.
No, it's
Ginger,
possible, Di.
okay,
It's possible. My father had
Ginger
blonde
now.
hair.
Ginger
My
now.
father had blonde hair when he was young.
Yeah, I think this is the turning point here. But this has been an entertaining one at that. I
This has been
guess you
terrible.
could say that. It's been alright.
This has been entertaining. Let's go with that.
That's exactly what it's been. Thank you guys. If anyone
Must
has
we lie
watched
to our viewers?
the podcast,
Must we?
thank you
all
guys
for
for watching the podcast. It's been it's definitely been a great experience in general. It was very fun, and we could hope you can watch next week's episode. We're going to try to do one every single week. Thank you guys for watching the Rejex podcast, our first episode, possibly the worst podcast on the internet at the moment. But we got high hopes. So, see you in the next one.